What is up, everybody? DeadX here, back with another video, and today we are talking about the recent Proud Family reboot, the Proud Family Louder and Prouder. But before we get into that, please be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video and want to see more of my content, and be sure to leave your comments about how you feel down below. So anyways, let's get into it. So this video is a bit late because I wanted to make it when the show had all the episodes out, and I wanted to make my video right after the last episode. But my thing was, the last episode was had a stinger at the end. There was a to be continued, so I ended up waiting a whole week, like, oh shit, gotta wait till the next episode. But no, I think it's only 10 episodes from what I've checked. Everything I've looked at says it's 10 episodes, so I'm just going to assume that around whatever time season 2 comes out will be the continuation of this season. And even if we do get the next episode, I doubt that it'll change how I feel about this show overall anyway, outside of like a few complaints I'll get into later. And another thing I want to get out of the way before we start is the fact that while I was aware of the Proud Family for most of my life, and I've even seen a few episodes of the show, I don't remember those episodes well enough to where I could say it's a show that I have a strong attachment to. I think the Proud Family, I will talk about that more. I just want to say that my thoughts on Louder and Prouder are going to be pretty much self-contained, and there's nothing for me to compare to the older show for. So if there are things I talk about in this that the older show does, for better or for worse, I would like to know. I would like you guys to tell me, because I haven't watched the older show, but that is a point against Louder and Prouder. I do want to watch the older show because, you know, I actually quite enjoyed the spoilers. So anyways, Louder and Prouder I think was, you know, pretty solid, actually. I don't want to say it was the best reboot I've ever seen. I don't want to say it was bad, though. It definitely wasn't bad. It's one of the better reboots out there. And I think for, again, me as a newcomer watching this, I think it's easy to be able to sit down, watch this, and understand the vibe and the characters and how a typical episode would play out. I have some complaints and everything, but we'll get into those later. So I want to get some good things out of the way, some things that I like, which for starters, I love how this show looks. I think the show looks really good. It has a really nice art style, I feel. I like the colors. I like how loose the animation can be. It's very cartoony, which is something I like. I feel like a lot more cartoons now are a bit more grounded in terms of like physics and all that. Proud Family runs on cartoon physics sometimes, and I like that. I like me and my goofy shows. I like the Animaniacs reboot when that came out, and it's really goofy. So that's something I can always enjoy when a cartoon goes and has that more cartoony logic. I do like some of the characters a lot. Like this season, I really loved Michael, and I really loved Uncle Bobby, who is just Cedric the Entertainer, and he's constantly singing in an R&B voice. I just love that. And you know, Penny was pretty good. I want to say some of her friends I enjoyed. I think her name is Maya, the Keke Palmer character. I thought she was pretty cool. I enjoyed her brother, but I forgot his name, honestly. I thought he was pretty enjoyable at times, and I liked Zoe when she did things, but I kind of forgot her name the other day and wanted to call her Sarah, like from the Boondocks. Dejanay, when, you know, she's Dejanay's fine most of the time. Like, she has her moments where I dislike her, but she has her moments where I'm like, oh, you know what, I can see why Penny's friends with her. And then La Cienega, I'm just like, why do you still hang around her? Because I even the few episodes I've seen, because I did try to watch the show a few years ago, La Cienega was never a character I really enjoyed too much. And again, this was like 2 episodes, because I think I saw her introduction, and I thought, she was okay. So yeah, La Cienega was never really a character I cared for. But yeah, the show has really strong characters, and of course, who can not mention Trudy Proud? I'm just gonna leave it at that. The episodes were pretty cool. I like how modern the show is and tries to tackle modern issues, not only in the black community, but just in general. Because one of my favorite episodes was, I think, episode 3 or 4, where it dealt with the topic of homophobia. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked Maya's two dads. I thought they were pretty. I thought it was a really nice story to tell. I don't really want to talk more on it because I don't really know how to like tackle that in like a deeper way. I just thought it was really nice to see it. I do like letting you know that it's wrong to be bigoted, and also letting Oscar be humbled at the end, which Oscar got a lot of L's this season. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, I think a lot of the episodes are pretty good, and I think a lot of the jokes were not too bad. I will say not a lot of the jokes landed with me personally. Now, I will say there were a handful of jokes that did get a chuckle out of me a couple times, mostly with Uncle Bobby, sometimes with Michael. There was like a small joke I would laugh at and enjoy and think wasn't too bad. I would like to also add that the new theme song, not too bad. Of course, it doesn't compare to the original, I feel. I think it's slightly not as good, but, serviceable enough, and it really did grow on me as the show went on. But yeah, new theme song, I have something else I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to. Pretty good. Don't hate on it. And since I did bring up the jokes, I guess I can bring it here. Well, I do think a lot of them landed. There were a couple that I just didn't care for. And not saying that some of the jokes were necessarily bad, just not every joke like hit. It had some stinkers. Oh my god, when they said sheesh, or not the sheesh, the what are those, I was like, why is this joke back again? Gave me flashbacks to freaking Black Panther with the what are those jokes there, where it's just incredibly dated and incredibly late to the trend. But you didn't thankfully see too many of those jokes in the show, so I did enjoy that, other than sheesh, which really Maya's brother said that. God, I don't know why I cannot remember his name. Okay, so I guess some negatives. I guess I'll get my biggest one out of the way, which is I kind of didn't care for Sugar Mama too much, and only because of Oscar. Oscar took so many L's this season, and while a lot of them they could be justified by like his own fault, or not justified, but you could very much paint the blame on him and blame him as a character, I feel like a lot of it is due to the fact that Sugar Mama is low-key not that good of a parent. Like, she's like verbally and physically abusive towards Oscar, and this every time the show tried to make it funny, I just felt incredibly uncomfortable during it. Because there are times where it's like, wow, I kind of can't blame Oscar for being like this when his mom literally hates him for existing, it feels, and constantly tells him he's a disappointment and stuff. So there's just those kind of just rubbed me the wrong way, and it seems like the show is somewhat aware of it and is trying to redeem her with that stinger at the end of the season where you're finding more about her past. Just her, the way she treated Oscar, especially compared to Uncle Bobby, really didn't sit well with me, and I just couldn't end up liking the character at all. And I'm like, dang, I understand why he wants her out the house. Besides that, don't really have any other like big complaints, because again, the show is fine. Like, honestly, if I were to give it a numbered score, I would give it at least a 6. I don't know if it would be a 6 or a 7. I'll have to sit on it, but I want to say a 6, which again isn't bad. I know people are gonna probably be defensive at that score, but it's a good show. I would recommend it to anybody who has and hasn't seen the original. And I think for what's there, it's pretty good. I do also like how it has a slightly bigger, a slightly older age range for its demographic. I think the original show was Y7. This show was PG. You could tell this show was PG because of some of the jokes, especially the one early on, and I think episode 2. If you know, you know. But yeah, it's kind of cool seeing that the show did want to mature and grow up a little bit. since a lot of people that did like the show are obviously older now, because I think they're older than me if I don't even remember the show. So that's cool that it aims that higher. Other than that, I don't really think I have much else to say about the Proud Family Louder and Prouder. I think it's really good. I think you should check it out if you want. Season 2, can't wait for that, honestly. If season 2 is announced, I'll be there to watch it. I hope it does improve on some things. Just, you know, of course, Sugar Mama is my biggest thing. Maybe be a little bit more tighter with the jokes as well. Because again, it did kind of rely on some of that hello fellow kids type humor, because that what are those jokes still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But yeah, a new season would be great. I hope Disney considers it, because we need more black shows out there. But anyways, if you guys like what you saw, please be sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below if you agree with my takes. Please, if I'm wrong about anything in this, please let me know. I would like to have a conversation with you guys, because I could be wrong. I could be misremembering things. So please be sure to let me know. I stream on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/nobody, where I do content almost every day. I'm trying to be more consistent with my schedule, but you will most likely be able to see me live. But with that, I've been dead. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.